Number 5. Which expressions below are equivalent to 2.4 divided by 0.16? Circle all that applies. So before we even look at our option choices, let's first figure out what 2.4 divided by 0.16 is. So once again, I'm not really good at figuring out how many times 0.16 goes into 2.4. So what I'm going to do, once again, is manipulate these numbers and make it into numbers that I do know how to do division for. So right now, if I multiply both these numbers by 100, so multiply this by 100 and multiply this by 100, I'm going to get the division problem, 240 divided by 16. Now that is a division problem I can work with. So I'll give you an example. So let's figure this out. So I'll put my 240 right there. So let's start off with doing 16 times 10 equals 160. Which equals 80. Then 16 times 5, which equals 80. Add these up. So we know our answer is going to be 15. Now to figure out A, B, A to H, which one of those also equals 15 as well? So here we're doing A is 24 divided by 16. So there's two ways we could really solve this. Is actually solve what 24 divided by 16 is, or see how these choices, A through H, manipulated our numbers, and if they did to one number what they did to the other, then we're also going to get the same answer. For example, with 2.4 divided by 16, we multiplied both numbers by 100, so 240 divided by 16, and that's why both answers are equivalent, because what we did to both numbers was the same operation. It's not like we multiplied one by 100 and divided the other by 10. Both was multiplied by 100, making the answers the same. So here, I noticed they multiplied by 10, but over here, they multiplied by 100 to get 16. So that already lets me know that this is not going to equal 15 as well. And another way we could check our work, I know one group of 16 fits into 24, but that's about it, because 32 divided by 16 equals 2. So this answer is going to give us less than 2, so no way A works. So what about 24 divided by 1.6? So once again, I see here they multiplied by 10, and over here they multiplied by 10. So this expression is equivalent to this, so this will also equal 15. So B does work. So what about over here? Well, C, that's actually how we found the answer to 2.4 divided by 0.16 over here. So we already know that this equals 15 as well, because they multiplied this by 100 and they multiplied this by 100. So what about 0.24 divided by 0.16? Well, 0.16 is the exact same number, so all they did was multiply by 1, but here our number got smaller. That means they multiplied by 0.1, so this number as well is not going to be equivalent as well. So what about 12 divided by 6? So here, I see that they multiplied our number by 5, and here, they multiplied our answer by 50. So just in case you don't believe me, let's just check. 0.16 times 50, 0, then 3, 8. I see two numbers to the right of the decimal, 1, 2. So because 5 times 50 are not the same numbers, we know that this is not going to be equivalent as well. What about F? I see here they times the number by half, or 0.5, because 1.2 is half of 2.4, But here they multiply the number by 5. So 0.5 and 5 are not the same numbers. So f does not work either. So what about this one? Here, they multiply the number by 0.5 once again. And here, they also multiply the number by 0.5, making g an equivalent expression. And then how about the last one? So for the last one, they multiplied by 5. And here they multiply by 5 as well, making h an equivalent expression as well.